Hi, it's Jasio again. Today we're going to talk a little bit about volcanoes. We're going to talk about the different kinds of volcanoes, how they're formed. We're going to even show you how to make your own little volcano at home. And we're going to talk about diamonds and why a lot of diamonds are formed near or inside of volcanoes. So basically, volcanoes are openings in the Earth's crust where magma or molten rock can spew out in the form of lava. So there's a couple of ways volcanoes can form, and they usually have to do with something called tectonic plates. You may not realize it, but the Earth's crust is actually formed of giant plates constantly moving. Sometimes those plates crash into each other, and sometimes they pull away from each other. So these are the two ways volcanoes can form. So let's say the dirt on these sides are two different tectonic plates. They can either crash into each other and get that sort of cone shape, or a stratovolcano, which is the most common kind that you see and the kind that we're making today. The other way volcanoes can form are when tectonic plates pull away from each other. So that's usually in the ocean, where you get giant crevices and giant trenches, and there's underwater volcanoes. And when that lava comes out, it usually makes islands when it cools with the water. There's an area surrounding the Pacific Ocean where a bunch of tectonic plate edges meet. This place is called the Ring of Fire, and that's where most volcanoes form. Now, we're nowhere near the Ring of Fire, but I'm going to show you how to make your own volcano with two simple ingredients at home. Our first ingredient is baking soda, and our second ingredient is vinegar. And similar to the bottle rocket video, the bicarbonate ions of the baking soda and the hydrogen ions of the vinegar are going to react to form carbon dioxide, which is a gas, and water. And that gas is going to blow out and shoot bubbles everywhere. So let's blow up our volcano. So if you look here at this little volcano I made, there's these tiny specks that I drew, which are actually diamonds. The reason diamonds form near volcanoes are because diamonds are found in a rock called kimberlite, which forms at areas of intense heat and pressure. And intense heat and pressure are the ingredients of our volcano. That's why it erupted in the first place. Diamonds can also be found at the sites of meteor impacts, because that's a lot of heat and pressure when a giant rock flies through the sky and crashes into the Earth's surface. So let's look a little closely at what diamond looks like. So this is a diamond structure. It's made out of pure carbon. Each of these black circles is a carbon atom. So each carbon atom is bonded to 4 other carbon atoms, and it makes this sort of pyramid looking shape. Now, pencil lead is also made of pure carbon, except instead of each carbon atom being bonded to 4 other ones, they're only bonded to 2 other ones, and they form these sort of hexagon sheets, these flat sheets that kind of go on for a while. And that's why it's so easy to peel these sheets off from each other, because there's very weak van der Waals forces in between. And that's why when you are writing with a pencil, it leaves behind that gray layer, because you're peeling off sheets of the graphite. Whereas with diamond, this structure is a lot harder to break. That's why diamond is the hardest natural occurring material that we know of. So today we learned about what a volcano is, how they form, where they form, and how you can make your own little volcano at home with just baking soda and vinegar and a cup or a glass to put them in. And we also talked about why intense heat and pressure from these volcanoes creates diamond structures, and the difference between the structure of diamond and the structure of graphite or pencil lead, which are both made of pure carbon. So even though material is made of the same atoms, the way they're arranged together can make entirely different materials.